Congressman, I was looking at your X account. You talked about how this is a Democrat shutdown because every time Republicans have voted to reopen it, Democrats shut it down again.
Right.
This can't be popular with their constituents, I wouldn't imagine. But when do they cry uncle?
Honestly, I think we're probably going to see an end to this probably over the next 2 weeks, but we'll see. And the reason why is a lot of paychecks for a lot of different aspects of the government have to go out at the end of the month. The military obviously being the major one, but you have TSA, air traffic controllers, DEA, ATF, the FBI, a lot of other sensitive groups that do work in our government where you never hear about them. They just do their job, but they're actually doing the right thing and working hard on behalf of our country. All that is going to start to hit. Funding for WIC, funding for SNAP benefits, all that's starting to hit. And so Republicans, we've been consistent. Every time a vote is on the Senate floor, Republicans have voted to keep the government open or to reopen the government. There are 3 Democrats who are voting with Republicans: John Fetterman, Angus King, Cortez Masto out of Nevada. They are voting with Republicans. But you have Chuck Schumer, who right now is trying to be a tough guy. He's trying to demonstrate that he's tough enough to stand up to Donald Trump, and this is a political shutdown of the making of the Democratic left. The Democratic left wants obscene funding for health care for illegals. That's what they want. They want obscene. They want to spend another $1.5 trillion on top of what we're spending today, because somewhere in their mind they thought they won the presidential election last year, and they really won last year. They didn't. They lost. But they can't take that. And their base is so radical, they would rather shut down the government to prove that they can stand up to Donald Trump and get health care for illegal aliens. They are not standing for the American people. I think this comes to an end over the next 2 weeks, because that reality is going to continue to be talked about day after day after day. When you got John Fetterman out there saying that this is of the Democrats making, you got a problem.
That's for sure. Well, Congressman, my last question for you is more faith-based, because we do talk about good and evil. James Lipton on Inside the Actor Studio, the last question he'd ever ask any actor, he would say, if God exists, what do you hope that God will say when you enter the pearly gates? I'm going to rephrase that, because heaven does exist.
Yes.
So because heaven exists, what do you hope God will say to you as you enter the pearly gates?
You never gave up on yourself, and I never gave up on you.
That's words to ponder there. It's incredible. Everyone, Congressman Byron Donalds, is this the next future governor of this great state?